I have real carbon fiber doors on my Camaro, as you all know, and a lot of people ask me if there's any drawbacks to having these. I absolutely love having these doors on the car, but there's a bunch of things you definitely have to be careful of. First thing you have to be careful of is that these doors don't have strikers, so they will either open or actually close themselves when the doors are open. If you don't know what the door striker is, it bolts right there and then on the inside of your door, and that's what props your door open in the 3 separate positions. But since these doors are carbon, the carbon inside is way too thin for the metal striker, so you just can't have them. So when you get in and out of this car, you have to hold these doors all the time to make sure that they obviously don't fly all the way forward or slam all the way back, especially if it's windy out. Second thing would be the fact that there is a little bit of a gap on the door panels. Only sometimes. You guys can see the clips in there, and if you give it a little tap, it actually seals right up, but as soon as you close the door and open it again, that little gap will come right back. And I put new clips in there when I put these doors on. Third thing is the fact that this car is not waterproof. If you see, there is a tiny gap between where the window sits and the top trim. So if it rains on this car, water can actually get in. You can see on the inside of the door between where the window is and the door panel, you can actually see there's the tiniest bit of gap. So water can actually get into your door panel. I mean, there are drain holes at the bottom, which is nice, but you still don't want that. And the last thing would be how thin these doors are. Obviously, it's amazing. They're very light. They only weigh a few pounds, but look at this. With just one finger, you could see the carbon flex with just a little pressure. So these things are very thin and would not protect you in an accident. Now, again, I absolutely love these doors. None of that stuff deterred me away from getting them, obviously. But if you were ever thinking about getting them, it's definitely some things to think about.